and welcome back to the review realm. It's Sienna, and today we are going to be discussing the 2013 film Prisoners, because according to this poster, it is one of the best 100 films of all time, and every Tuesday I review one of the films that is on this poster, and I have a random number generator pick my next week film, so stick to the end of the video to see what next Tuesday's movie review is going to be. But before we get to it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. The 2013 film Prisoners is directed by Denis Villeneuve. I think is how you say his name. I don't know. I don't speak French, but he has directed films like Dune, Dune Part 2, Arrival, Blade Runner 2049, different films like that, mostly in the sci-fi genre. However, Prisoners is a thriller, and let me just say, I really enjoyed this film. I'm a fan of the thriller genre. It's probably my favorite genre if I am going to watch a movie, and overall, it was a really good film, and I was shocked. This was my first time viewing this film, and it definitely impressed me. I was expecting it to be a little slower pace, but however, the pacing was really well. But the plot of Prisoners is, it is Thanksgiving Day, and two little girls go out to play outside on a rainy day in Pennsylvania when suddenly they go missing. One of the fathers of the little girl is Hugh Jackman's character, and his 6-year-old daughter Anna goes missing, and Jake Gyllenhaal is the detective of the case who is trying to find these two little girls who have gone missing. And this film really does build the suspense from the get-go. With the setting in Pennsylvania, the rain, it sets the tone, the dreariness, and the cinematography in this film is fantastic. The way the different shots are laid out, it really does build that anticipation, the unknown of this case, and as Jake Gyllenhaal is trying to piece together all of these different clues to hopefully find these girls. And this film does have a runtime of 2 hours and 33 minutes. Now, I do think it's a little long. They could have definitely cut it a little bit shorter, but halfway through the film, when you're getting into it, it does drag on a bit, but it also builds that anticipation. Like, these girls have been missing for so long. You don't know where they are. You don't know what's happening to them. And with the parents grieving and trying to also find their daughters, it really does build that pain, and Hugh Jackman does a fantastic job in his role as a father who's just trying to do what he can to find his daughter and really test the bounds of the law and also his own morality as well, because he's doing questionable things. But if you were a father in this situation, would you do these types of things? Maybe kidnapping a person, torturing them? Would you, if your daughter was missing for days and you didn't know where she was, would you do that? And this film really does ask the question to the audience. If you were in this position, would you do it? Is it right what he is doing, or is it wrong? So you are really asking these tough questions while you are watching this film, which really does add to the depth. Now, the title is Prisoners, and I think each character really illustrates a different way we can be prisoners in this life, whether it's physically, yes, you're trapped behind a cell, or if it's mentally, your own emotions keeping you trapped, different things like that. And this film really illustrates those points in different prisons that we could find ourselves in very well, and it was really good to watch. This film, overall, I would recommend if you are into the thriller, the crime, dark drama sorts of film, because it is one of the best thrillers I have seen. I really enjoyed this film, and as a fan of thrillers, Seven's one of my favorite movies of all time, and it is on this list of the top 100 films, so eventually I'll get to a review of it. But I would definitely recommend it if you are sort of into the more dark, dreary type of films. Now, Jake Gyllenhaal plays Detective Loki, who is trying to find these two little girls, and you can really feel his frustration and his anger in dealing with all the parents who are emotionally upset, but also trying to stay within the bounds of the law to find these two girls. And he does a good job. However, Hugh Jackman just is the standout performance in this film. Now, the ending of this film, it does leave you with some questions of what's happening next, where does this story go, but it doesn't give you all the answers, which I did really enjoy, because it allows the audience to sort of get their own ending in there and what are the consequences and the ramifications of what happened. So overall, I did think the ending was really fitting for this movie, and I did enjoy it. Overall, I was really impressed with the film's Prisoners. I would rewatch it in a heartbeat, no questions asked. I enjoyed it, but let me know if you have seen this film, or maybe you're gonna add it to your list. But our next film that we are going to be reviewing next week, I did the random number generator, and it is going to be No Country for Old Men, which came out in 2007. So that is going to be the next movie that I'm going to be reviewing next week, so stay tuned. I've never seen that film, so it will be my first time watching it. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. Have a great day. Bye!